You've seen The Godfather, you know Chinatown. Brilliant films, absolutely foundational. But when the greatest directors of the new Hollywood era wanted to study the true cinematic language of the 1970s, they didn't watch the blockbusters. They went searching for the films that were too raw, too bleak, and often too smart to be commercial hits. We are talking about the buried treasure, the anti-hero stories, the chilling psychological thrillers, and the dark comedies that captured the chaotic, disillusioned soul of America after Vietnam. Hollywood tried to hide these films, but their influence bled into everything that came after. This is not a list of favorites. This is an excavation of 10 hidden masterpieces that will change your entire view of the decade. Press that subscribe button. This is the ultimate test. Prove you are a new Hollywood survivor. 1. The Friends of Eddie Coyle, 1973. The unflinching realism. Forget the swagger of the mafia epic. The Friends of Eddie Coyle is not a crime movie. It is an anthropological study in economic despair. The film is the cold, unflinching peak of 70s realism. There is no glamour here. Robert Mitchum, in arguably his career's finest role, plays Eddie Coyle, a small-time gunrunner desperately trying to avoid a long prison sentence in his late age. Coyle is not a hero. He is simply a man who is tired. The movie dissects a tired, small-scale criminal world where loyalty is a punchline and betrayal is a common Tuesday. The quiet authenticity of the dialogue, the sudden, messy, unprofessional violence. This is why directors like Quentin Tarantino have called it essential viewing. It's a gut punch to the romanticized image of organized crime. 2. Charlie Varick, 1973, The Forgotten Maverick. This film is a masterclass in tension and character contrast. Charlie Varick tells the story of an intelligent anti-hero bank robber who accidentally steals the mob's money. The genius is in the casting. Walter Matthau, usually a comedic force, delivers a performance that is sharp, cold, and utterly unflappable. He is the mouse that cornered the cat. Director Don Siegel, the man behind Dirty Harry, ensures a relentless, taut pace. Varick is a survivor, a relic of an older West forced to use his wits to outrun the mechanical cruelty of modern crime. This film paved the way for the cynical action heroes of the 80s, yet it's the one we rarely talk about. 3. Rolling Thunder, 1977. The post-war psychological scar. If you want to understand the psychological damage inflicted upon America by the Vietnam War, you don't watch a war movie, you watch Rolling Thunder. William Devane plays Major Charles Rain, a POW returning home to a hero's welcome that quickly turns to dust. The film slowly and methodically peels back the layers of his trauma, transforming from a subtle psychological study into a brutal, cathartic revenge thriller. It's not about the violence itself. It is the cold, precise, almost robotic way Rane executes his revenge, mirroring the emotional deadness of a soldier who has seen too much. This film's influence on screenwriters like Paul Schrader is undeniable. It's a powerful, devastating film about the true cost of patriotism. 4. The Outfit, 1973, The Professional's Code. The Outfit is pure pulp fiction, sleek, fast, and brutal. Robert Duvall stars as a career criminal, just released from prison, dead set on retaliating against the mafia organization that killed his brother. What sets it apart is its meticulous, almost bureaucratic depiction of the mafia. It treats organized crime like a ruthless, large-scale corporation with its own accounting and human resources department. Duvall provides the necessary gravitas and cold-blooded efficiency. It's a fantastic example of the neo-noir style. The story is simple, but the execution is ice cold. It stands as one of the best caper films of the decade. Audience call. Out of these first four films, which one provides the most accurate, unromanticized view of crime in 1970s America? Eddie Coyle or Rolling Thunder? Drop your analysis below. 5. The Last of Sheila. 1973, the razor-sharp whodunit. This is the ultimate cinematic chess game. Many believe The Last of Sheila laid the intellectual groundwork for modern mystery thrillers like Knives Out. And the setup is perfect. A group of Hollywood insiders, all with secrets, gather on a lavish yacht in the Mediterranean for a week-long game designed to expose the person who killed their hostess, Sheila. Directed by Herbert Ross, the script is twisty, funny, and deeply cynical about the moral rot of the wealthy elite. It's a film that demands your full attention. The subtle double meanings in the dialogue are the real clues. It proves that a great mystery doesn't need explosions. It just needs brilliant characters and psychological torture. 6. The Taking of Pelham. 1, 2, 3, 1974, The Urban Clockwork. This classic is a masterwork of tightly wound tension and dark comedy. 4 armed men hijack a New York City subway car and demand $1 million ransom within 1 hour, threatening to execute a passenger every minute the payment is delayed. The film's genius lies in the opposing forces. The ice-cold, methodical hijackers, led by the brilliant Robert Shaw, versus the world-weary, slightly cynical transit policeman, Walter Garber, Mathau again. The rapid-fire dialogue, the satire of city bureaucracy, and the brilliant, chaotic energy of New York itself make this film feel like a heartbeat. It's more than an action film. It's a love letter to urban chaos. 7. The Last Picture Show, 1971, The Death of the American Dream. This film is a monumental, heartbreaking piece of cinema. Set in a dying small town in Texas in 1951, The Last Picture Show focuses on a group of aimless teenagers facing stagnation and a profound lack of future. Shot in beautiful, mournful black and white, the film evokes a deep sense of loss, not just of innocence, but of the entire romanticized idea of small-town America. Featuring star-making performances from young actors like Jeff Bridges and Sybil Shepherd, this film became mandatory viewing for a generation of filmmakers who wanted to tell stories about the failure of the American dream. Audience call? The Last Picture Show or The Taking of Pelham? Which film more accurately reflected the pervasive cynicism that defined the 70s? 8. Don't Look Now, 1973, The Horror of Grief. This is the brilliant dark edition that elevates the list beyond just crime. Don't Look Now is a hypnotic, terrifying Anglo-Italian psychological horror film about a couple grieving the accidental death of their young daughter. They travel to Venice, where they encounter a mysterious psychic who claims to be in contact with the girl. The terror here is not based on monsters. It is based on grief, trauma, and the relentless power of denial. The film is renowned for its fragmented editing, its overwhelming atmosphere, and a beautifully shot, yet controversial sex scene that broke cinematic boundaries at the time. The slow, unsettling buildup leads to one of the most famous, devastating final twists in horror history. 9. Harold and Maude, 1971, the funeral comedy. A perfect example of the 70s counterculture spirit. Harold and Maude is a pitch-black, deeply eccentric comedy about Harold, a wealthy, death-obsessed 20-year-old who spends his free time faking suicides, and Maude, a vibrant, free-spirited 79-year-old woman he meets at a funeral. Upon release, the film was largely misunderstood and bombed commercially because audiences weren't ready for its themes of mortality, rebellion, and age-gap romance. Yet, it became a massive cult classic, championed by college students and critics who adored its sardonic wit and its powerful, life-affirming message, reject society's expectations and live fully. It's the ultimate antidote to the disillusionment of the decade. 10. Straight Time, 1978, The Inevitable Fall. We close with an actor's showcase. Dustin Hoffman stars as Max Dembo, an ex-convict desperate to follow the rules of parole, but constantly undermined by the unforgiving system and his own deep-seated nature. What makes Straight Time special is its brutal authenticity. It was almost directed by Hoffman himself, who dedicated himself to researching the parole system. The film showcases the almost insurmountable obstacles facing ex-cons trying to re-enter society. It's an honest, painful look at recidivism, the cycle of crime, and the fact that for some people, the system simply won't allow them to break free. It's a tragically understated, new Hollywood drama. Audience call. Which film better captures the existential dread of the 70s? The unsettling grief of Don't Look Now, or the suicidal satire of Harold and Maude? There you have them. 10 brilliant, challenging, and often forgotten films that collectively make up the DNA of the 1970s. They may have failed at the box office, but they succeeded where it truly matters, in influencing the next generation of storytellers. These are the films that prove that true art is often found not in the spectacle, but in the shadows, revealing truths about ourselves that we are often too afraid to confront. If you had to pick just one film from this list to watch tonight, which hidden gem would you choose? Let us know your choice in the comments below. And if you respect the power of cinematic discovery, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We excavate the past every week. Thank you for watching.